everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try sort of like a hack, I guess, maybe, and we'll see if it actually works. I have no idea if this is going to work. I have not tried this out previous to filming this, so it's sort of like a first impression, does it really work kind of idea. So what I'm going to be doing is using men moustache and beard facial dye for my eyebrows to give them a bit of a tint. So in the past I have used food coloring because I saw it going around on Pinterest and it was kind of all over the place, and I thought it might be interesting to try hair dye because in my mind it kind of makes sense, you know, like hair dye on your hair clings to the hair, keeps it colored and doesn't stain your skin. It is safe to put on your skin, it's safe to have it on your face, all of that sort of stuff. So instead of using normal women's hair dye, which I probably could do, I thought I would give men's beard dye a go, simply because it won't be as much dye, so you're not wasting as much product. And as it turns out with this one, you actually can reseal the little dye tubes that it comes with it, so you get multiple applications. And I know with normal hair dye, you can sort of seal the cap a little bit too, depending on the one that you use. You can kind of reseal the cap and sort of keep it for a bit, but I don't know how long that would last. And it's a lot of product for like very little amount of hair. So I thought I would give this one a go, and we'll see if I have managed to find something awesome or if this is absolutely not going to work and I'm just going to look really stupid. So I picked this one up from Priceline. It was around about $12. And when you open it up, you get a little kit. So in this you have the color base, the natural color developer, so very similar to regular hair dye. Then you have a little brush, I'm assuming these are gloves, and a little mixing tray. And then you also get your instructions. Now before I do get started, I do want to note that I have cleaned my face. There is absolutely nothing on my face whatsoever. It is completely clear, and the other day I did go through and sort of pluck the majority of my eyebrows. I do it myself, I don't get it done professionally, so it's never perfect, but that's okay. So let's get started here. So it says in the instructions, all you will need is a timer or something to time this with, so a watch or something, an old shirt, old towels to cover the countertops, a damp paper towel to wipe skin if the hair color gets on it, and shampoo, preferably for colored treated hair. So I'm not going to really worry about the shampoo so much because it is my eyebrows. I do have a bottle of shampoo here just in case, and when I go to rinse it off, I might just put like a couple of little dabs on my fingers and just sort of like massage it in, but not go too crazy and just sort of splash my face with it. So the next step, I'm just going to take my ring off. Wearing gloves, squeeze a line of color base into the mixing tray on one side of the raised line. Okay, so I have my scary glove on. Now, I hope these are pierced. This is, okay, so I need this one. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it actually doesn't come with a stopper of any kind. You don't need to pierce it. It is already opened, I guess. Let me just check if that's the same with the other one. I don't think I've got a bad box, but they may just do that. Yep, that one's already, can't really see it because it's a white cream, but that one's already opened as well. I kind of would have preferred if they had a little safety seal there, but okay, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, so the color base, and I got mine in dark brown black, by the way, as well. So, color base, squeeze a line. Oh. Okay. Not what I would have thought. So that's what it looks like there. It's almost like a, oh, it reminds me of the coal tar shampoo. Like it's not opaque, it is actually, looks like a really thick honey. Okay, and the next one is an equal amount of the color developer on the other side of the raised line. which this one is just a cream. Okay, so there it is there. And then mix it together using the end of the brush. Because this is obviously a beard product, that would be the brush that they have given you to like actually put it onto your beard, but it's far too big for my eyebrows. So I do have a cheap little angled eye pencil eyebrow brush that I will use for this. But I will use the end of the provided brush just to mix it together. It smells nice. It just smells like a soap. I haven't taken too many steps just because it's only on my eyebrows, so it's only like a tiny amount of product, so I'm not too concerned about it going everywhere, unlike if I was to do a hair dye. Well, actually, truth be told, if I'm doing hair dye, I just stand there naked. So it does suggest here to avoid getting product on the skin, put some petroleum jelly or Vaseline around the beard line. Again, I'm not going to worry about that. It's such a tiny amount of hair that I'm going to work with, and I'm using a very fine angled brush that I'm just going to, you know, YOLO. Okay, so apply quickly. Do not massage in product with your hands. Well, I'm not going to do that anyway. Start application where it is greyest. Okay, here we go. I'm really just going to pretend like I am filling in my eyebrows with a powder just to get the shape. So it does say to brush up and down, so I've sort of brushed it into place there, but now I'm just going to brush against the hair just to get it coated underneath as well. I can already tell that on my tray there is far too much product. So if this was to work, I will use only like almost a drop of each. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there because the more I fiddle with it, the more I'm likely to bugger everything up. So that's where we are right now. This one has obviously started to set a bit quicker because I did it first. That's how much product I have left in the tray. So as you can see, like literally just a like toothpick drop of each would have been plenty. Now it does say here, time yourself carefully, starting with the application. After the application is completed, waiting only 5 minutes or a bit less to prevent color from getting too dark. While waiting, thoroughly rinse and remove the residue from the brush tray and gloves to prepare for the next use. So I'm going to set a timer and I will rinse this off after 5 minutes and I will be back. Okay, I am back. I have rinsed off any of the remaining dye and this is what my eyebrows now look like. So there is no product left in there. I did end up taking just a tiny bit of shampoo and just sort of shampooed my eyebrows and then rinsed it off with cold water and then dabbed it dry with a paper towel. So there is absolutely no dye whatsoever left in my eyebrows. This is what it has done to my eyebrows. And I have to say, I'm actually really impressed. I think this has worked super well. Obviously the shape of my eyebrows is not perfect, but that comes down to user error, not the product, because it would have come down to how I applied it with my brush and the shape that I gave it on purpose with my brush. So I don't think it is absolutely perfect. I think this eyebrow has turned out much better than that eyebrow, but that happens to me every single day. This eyebrow never ever wants to play game and it always wants to be a bit of a pain in the butt. But having said that, I think this actually looks pretty good. So I am going to insert just a still photo now of what my eyebrows were at the beginning of the video, so before they had any dye on them, and then what they look like now, so we can see the difference. I definitely can tell a difference. I don't think they are too dark. I don't think I left the dye on for too long. I probably ended up leaving this eyebrow on for just a little bit longer because it was obviously the first eyebrow that I did. So if I was going to do this again, which I think I will because I'm quite happy with the results, I will do one eyebrow at a time, I think, because then that way you can really work on getting exactly the shape that you want without worrying about the other eyebrow is, you know, that was done first is going to start to develop much faster and turn out to be a hell of a lot darker. I think my two eyebrows are a fairly similar shade, though I do think, as I said, that this one has developed just the tiniest bit more. And there is like a bold patch on this eyebrow. I don't know if that is just my natural eyebrow because there is sparser hair there, but I also don't know if maybe I didn't brush the comb back enough going the opposite way through the brows to coat the hair on both ends, so that again could just be user error. But given that this is a first attempt and was just more of a bit of a laugh to see if it would work, I'm actually really impressed with this, and I would say this is a good life hack and that it works. Now the test will be how long this is actually going to stay and tinting my eyebrows. And I mean, to be honest, that means now all I have to do really for my everyday makeup is probably just put a tiny bit of product through my brows just to fill in like my little bold patch, and you know, maybe to tidy up the wings of the brows because they're not quite so tidy. But for a DIY home job, I think this is fantastic. And as I said before, I mixed up like far too much product. This would probably do like 40 people's eyebrows. So when I would do this next time, I'm gonna only use like the tiniest like drop, like probably less than a 5-cent piece size of each product, and mix that together, and I think that would be the perfect amount, which means at the end of the day, I mean, this whole kit was, as I said, around about the $12. So if this is $12, and normally when you go to a salon to get your eyebrows tinted, it can be anywhere from sort of like 15 to 50 Australian dollars, depending on where you're going and who you're getting it done by and all of that sort of stuff. So to spend $12, and this is how big the tubes are. Like, they're big tubes, which means you're going to get so many uses out of them. So you're going to be able to dye your brows probably for like the whole year just through one box. So it saves, like, there's 14.2 grams in each. So it saves, I think it's going to save people a lot of money if you want to have your eyebrows tinted but you don't have $30, $40 to sort of throw at them. I mean, if you want to get your eyebrows professionally shaped, go ahead. I have just never really done it. I kind of prefer just to pluck any of the kind of stray hairs that sort of grow outside my natural eyebrow shape, and I tend to keep it fairly natural. Like, I don't create my arc is there by nature, so I kind of just pluck any of the sparse hairs just to give it a smooth edge, and then that's it. So if you wanted to go ham in with your shape, or you wanted to completely change your shape, I would recommend going to a salon to get them to either thread it or pluck it for you. But in terms of tinting the eyebrow now, I could never recommend anyone to go get it done, because I just think this has worked so well. It's so cheap, it's so affordable, so easy. Like, it was done in less than 5 minutes. So I just think, yeah, nah. I think this is a really good beauty hack, and I would recommend it to everybody to give it a go. I mean, just look how happy the man is on the box. You know, he's just so happy with himself. So, you know, and I'm feeling that happy. I'm quite happy at the moment with my eyebrows. I mean, they obviously look a little bit crazy because I don't have anything else on my face right now, but once you have the rest of your makeup on, I think it's actually going to look really quite natural, and just, I think my eyebrows are really quite full. I think the color is quite a good color match. For me, I don't look like I have dyed my eyebrows a weird color. It actually looks like it is my natural eyebrows are just nice and thick. But yeah, I think this has worked out really well. I haven't given anybody credit for this idea because I haven't seen anybody do it before. So I don't know if someone has done this before or not, but if they have, please let me know. I don't want to be claiming that this was my idea. I've just never seen it done before, and I was shopping in Priceline and thought I would give this a go to see if it would work, and I think it definitely has. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you would want to give this a go yourself. Let me know if you have any other eyebrow hacks or anything like that. And share this video if you did enjoy it, and if you think it was a good idea, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I make videos every Monday and Thursday. So subscribe if you have not already. I would love to have you here, and I will see you very soon. Bye!